The juice is loose.
It's showtime. What do we got here tonight, kids?
So Beetlejuice Beetlejuice has finally hit theaters, and here are my thoughts. The movie follows the Dietz family nearly after 30 years later are back in White River, Connecticut. Lydia, played by Winona Ryder, is now a TV host for the supernatural and the unknown. Woo! And she is still haunted by the visions of Beetlejuice and is also estranged from her daughter Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega, as they are reunited with her stepmother, Delia Dietz, played by Catherine O'Hara, as they make their way back to White River to mourn the loss of her father, Charles. And during this, Beetlejuice is plaguing the Dietz family once again as he attempts to make his way back to the living, permanently this time. Before diving into this movie, I feel like I need to talk about what I thought about the original 1988 Beetlejuice classic. I consider the original Beetlejuice a bona fide classic. It has everything that makes Tim Burton a special film director. It was full of creative visuals, a lot of creativity and imagination in the world that it was building, and of course Michael Keaton as the showstopper as the title character, despite having very little screen time in the film itself. Also became a must-watch staple of mine for every Halloween ever since I watched it many years ago.
I myself am strange and unusual.
Strange and unusual indeed. I actually really enjoyed this movie. Not only was it a worthy successor and sequel to the original classic, it also is a great Halloween movie for anybody who loves the holiday as a whole. One of the big things that stood out to me about this movie was the visuals and scenery itself. Everything was like dark, had an angular vision to it, and has Tim Burton's special unique charm to the spookiness and atmosphere of the film. Whenever the characters were in the underworld, netherrealm, whatever you want to call it, is being shown, I get really excited for what is to be shown. I also want to point out how amazing the visual and practical effects were in this movie. There was barely any CGI being placed here. It was all nearly animatronic, puppetry, stop motion, just all of Tim Burton's signatures being full on displayed here that harkens back to his older work, such as the original Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas, and Edward Scissorhands. Michael Keaton, of course, killed it as Beetlejuice. I was a little worried about him coming back to the role because of his old age, and I was worried that he wouldn't bring that same energy and zaniness to the character that he brought all those years ago. But thankfully, those worries were put aside as soon as he showed up on screen after he makes it known that he is born to play Beetlejuice and that the role has always been his for a reason.
Special occasion, but right now with like a little privacy.
The rest of the cast was also really, really good. Ortega and O'Hara were especially great in what they were given. With Catherine O'Hara, she definitely gives off big, major Karen vibes. Like, she just does a great job of playing herself as like entitled, thinks she's better than everybody, and knows everything, and thinks she knows better than those that she's around, even though in reality she's about as clueless as everybody else is.
Driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors to fill the empty voids in your life? We'll see who gets the last laugh.
Ortega essentially plays the initial POV of experiencing this world for the very first time. She does a great job of trying to make sense of this crazy and strange world that she currently lives in. It was just fun to watch, and I can't wait to see her in more stuff. However, the one supporting cast member that really surprised me about how much I enjoyed him was Willem Dafoe. His character is a genius concept. Before he died in the Land of the Living, he was an actor that played a TV cop, and now, after he died and was sent to another world, he basically became a cop for the undead, but still has like that actor chops where he has to be a showman, has to stick with like a script, always has a receptionist giving him coffee, and has a whole trash can full of undrunk coffee with crushed cups. It was great. He had some of the best running gags and jokes in the movie for me. The only problems I really had with this movie was the plot just felt really scattered and unfocused. Way too many subplots being told, and with the conclusions of them either resulting in being underwhelming or not a whole lot of focus and attention was put to them. Like, one of them involved Beetlejuice's ex-wife, played by Monica Bellucci. It had a lot of epic build-up, and I thought it was going to leave something cool, creative, and creepy, but it had a really quick ending. It felt very underwhelming for me. Another issue I had, and this is just a minor thing, I really missed seeing Adam and Barbara. They were such a fun couple to watch in the first movie, just seeing them play off each other, and that was sorely missed and felt a lack of their presence in the sequel. And I get why they probably didn't come back. Maybe it was just budgetary reasons, scheduling conflicts, other things, or they just didn't want to come back. But I personally wish they could have made at least one small appearance in this movie.
The juice is loose.
With a great cast, great atmosphere, effects, and visuals, Michael Keaton being an absolute showstopper, this is a movie that you just cannot miss for the Halloween season. Overall, I thought this was a fun, spooky thrill ride for any fans of Halloween and the original Beetlejuice movie. Sure, it may suffer from an uneven plot and scattered story beats, but that didn't ruin the overall experience for me. I give Beetlejuice a very strong 8 out of 10. What do you guys think? Are you guys planning on going to see this movie? Are you going to wait till streaming? Are you not excited for all? Let me know in the comments down on the Australia box. And hopefully I'll see you next time, and catch my social in the description. Take care, y'all.